Hi guys, it's Lakin here. So today we are going to do a pick a card or pick a pile tarot reading for what is the deal with your health. What I have here for you guys is a card, just one single card that I already shuffled. And these cards are from the tarot deck called the Light and Shadow Tarot. This is the second deck I ever got. I also have two runes. What we are going to do is I'm going to give you guys a second and I'm going to let you pick a pile, and then afterwards we are going to look at your rune meanings, and then we're going to look at your cards, and after that we are going to use the Crystal Wisdom Healing Oracle, a Yogic Path Oracle, and then last, meditations and affirmations. So this is pile 1. This is pile 2, and this is pile 3. You guys are always welcome to choose more than one if you feel drawn, but I always say go with your first instinct. If there's another message for you, then pick another pile, but always go with your first instinct first. As always, also, you can go to my blog if you want more, if you want to do more stuff in tarot, if you want to learn more, if you want astrology, if you want numerology, palmistry, which I'm really focusing on right now. You can go to my blog at www.inlakenslabyrinth.com, and you can chat with me there on WhatsApp or Facebook or whatever social media. So hopefully I will see you guys there. Hi there, pile 1. So if you chose this card and these runes, then this is your reading. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to look at these runes. So I actually have no idea what these mean. I did make these, but I can't ever remember with it because I don't use them enough. So this one is called Jera. J is word for year and the measurement of time and harvest. Divination, the rune of harvest, efforts and hard word. I think they meant hard work. Hard work realized with abundance, hope, peace, and patience. Amulet, a rune for fertility, gardening, health, and abundance. And then this one is Dagaz, or D. This is the word for day, or daylight. Divination, the rune of transformation. A rune of hope, release, happiness, and certainty. Believe in yourself and that you can have the best for yourself. Life will give you what you ask for. Amulet. This rune is used for balance, finding direction, and having brilliant breakthroughs. I also find it really interesting that these are kind of similar, probably the most similar. Like if you were going to take this rune and put it with any other rune, it's very similar in the fact that it's two kind of opposing triangles and whatnot. Alright guys, and then your card, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I really like these cards because they have amazing imagery. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Well, first of all, the Wheel of Fortune is always what comes up must come down because, okay, you can look at this card in so many different ways. You can look at it as you're in the center and everything is moving around you, or depending on the person reading it, and depending on whether or not you're getting read and so on and so forth, and how you draw the card, whether it's up or down, in which in your case it is in reverse, which means that technically this would be you. So let's say that this is the top of the card and this is the bottom of the card, which it is. But in your case, you are at the top, which is the bottom. So right now, you may feel like you are somewhat at your bottom, at a low point. at a standstill with yourself, unrecognizable to yourself. You can't find yourself right now. You feel imbalanced, you feel lost, you feel hopeless, you feel unhealthy, stagnant. And you are kind of looking back up at everything else, like, I want to be that guy, but it's just not in the cards for me. When, in the same context, because you're at the top of the bottom of the card. So in the same hand, you can look at the top from the bottom and see that the bottom is the top. You see, it's a wheel. It's always turning. So no matter where you are, whether you're on the top or the bottom, if you turn it, you're still on the top and the bottom, right? Because it's a wheel. It's always turning, always turning. So I think the point of this card is, and because it's a 1, zeros are not actual numbers, so in numerology, a 1 is the number of leadership. So I think this card is trying to tell you that it's in your hands. It is your responsibility, and it is in your hands to change the direction that you're moving. So if you feel stagnant, if you feel lost, if you feel imbalanced, this card is saying you have the power to change it. It is always up to you and no one else. And so if you're not feeling well, you should take care of yourself. If you're feeling hopeless, you have to find something that gives you hope, and I'm not laughing because I'm laughing at you. I'm laughing because I too have felt this same thing. It's something I'm frequent. I'm very familiar with this feeling. Alright, so let's get a little bit more insight. Let's put this card here. Put these here. These are so stiff, so I always have to do these upside down. I was gonna say 3 cards. Okay. Pink granite, labradorite, and golden healer. Okay. 9, 2, 9. Okay. 9, 2, 9. So 9 plus 9 is 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 plus 2, 11. 1, 1, 1. If you understand numerology. If you don't understand numerology, then you probably won't get that. Real quick. 3 plus 6 is 9. 2 plus 7 is 9. And then we add those 2 9s and get 18. And then you add that 1 and 8 and you get 9. And then you add that 9 to this 2 and you get 11. So more ones. So the first one that I saw was golden healer, so I'm just going to go there first. So this is the ultimate healing. Golden healers are imbued with powerful, transformative healing energies. They are a catalyst for profound spiritual activation. Understanding the quantum world helps you understand yourself. The everyday self is bounded by 5 senses expanded by a 6th, which is metaphysics. But this can be transcended to move into a field that is non-local, everywhere and nowhere, where there is no time. You create the event being observed. Allow your soul rather than your ego to be your guide. Healing flows through you. It is a process, not something that you just do. This is in the chakra of the soul star and the stellar gateway, which aligns and cleanses all. So basically what it's saying is that this chakra is actually outside of the body, and that what needs to be healed is kind of the spirit. Let's look at the others too. Let's see how spirit is connecting to the body and figure out how we can also integrate the body, because I think that's our focus right now. Although spirit is always very important, of course. Labradorite. Labradorite raises your consciousness to connect to mystical dimensions and the highest protective energies. It strengthens your faith in yourself and aids intuitive guidance. You are an intuitive being with the gift of foresight, so the third eye. So just so you know, let's see, what did it say? So the soul star and the stellar gateway are actually chakras that are right above your head. So this is in your head. So these are just right above this one in the crown chakra. So it seems like it's a possibility that somewhere in around your head area there could be a block, or what I'm seeing is like this like staticky, like fuzzy, muddy for some of you. Some of you it's like airy and staticky and rough. And then for others it's like really thick and muddy and dense. It's like divided. For some of you I see like right in the top of your head, like your crown chakra, and then for others I see kind of in the back of your head, like near your right ear. Like behind your right ear. Ish. Okay. It strengthens your faith in yourself and aids intuitive guidance. You're an intuitive being with the gift of foresight. Keep yourself grounded. The veil between the worlds is thin. You could easily confuse yourself with imaginings. Aim for clear insights. Hold on to common sense. It is your most effective tool in assessing intuitions and acting on those that are valid. Giving your energy away is bad for your health. Establishing an efficient interface with the outside world will protect your well-being. This is this chakra is the third eye in the crown. Its soul path is about opening the inner eye. So, yeah, I think we have got a block somewhere, or just something that's like stuck inside your head that needs to move, needs to be moved, needs to be released. Okay, and then the last one, pink granite. Pink granite has the highest paradigmatic resonance of all stones and creates immense energy. You are an ancient Egyptian with the arcane knowledge that role entails, but you originated in the stars. You understand cycles of birth, death, and rebirth and immortality. You have been involved in ancient power struggles. Cut yourself loose. Become more grounded. Learning experiences occur regularly, and serendipitous synchronicities put you in exactly the right place at the right time. Everything must pass away. Death precedes transformation and rebirth. This chakra is all of your chakras, and the timing is just out of the blue. Its soul path is a lightning conductor for positive change. Wow. That is one I've never seen that card. That is amazing. Pink granite. Very nice. Very nice. This also says, be assertive and make things happen. Events move with surprising speed once you focus on your intentions. See the whole picture before making decisions. Be pragmatic, but don't give away your power. Maintain balance in any relationships. You need diplomacy and tact. Lightning can strike twice. If dealing with ancient strife, look at the bigger picture. So yeah, it seems like there is something that you're holding that you need to let go of, and it could very well be something that you aren't aware of, such as, like having headaches or having anxiety even, or having migraines, or hormonal issues, even digestive issues. So many different things. Could be issues with your glands. It could be issues with your weight. It could be so many things, because your brain is literally connected to everything in your body, because it's the electricity. Your brain and your spinal cord sends every electrical impulse to the rest of your body. So if you have an issue with your brain, then that means that it's likely that you will have issues in the rest of your body as well. It's a possibility that these issues are actually beyond the physical body and in the spirit body, and obviously they're going to affect the physical body. But it's like you're holding on to something that you're not even aware of, and it's causing you issues. So this talked about an ancient power struggle, and it could very well be coming down to power struggles in your real-time life. Real relationships that you currently have or did have. It could be something that was in your earlier life. It could be a lot of different things, but if you have a habit spiritually to hold on to things that no longer serve you and that are affecting you in a physical way, then you probably hold on to things in this life as well that do not serve you. So either way, now that you are aware of that possibility, now it is in your power to change it if you believe that you can, which you can. And if you desire to. I always say faith, trust, and pixie dust. Wow. What do we need to know about pile 1's health? What else can we understand about pile 1's health? What is the deal with pile 1's health? What is the deal with pile 1's health? So we've got asana and prana. Those rhyme. Asana and prana. Prana. That's one of my favorite Hindi words. I just love the way that it rolls off the tongue. Prana. Prana asana. Where did my book go? There it is. So prana is breath of life. It is the subtle essence of vital life force and breath. It's about flexibility and creativity. Look at your breath, and you are looking at your life. Is your breathing shallow, quick, and contained, rather than deep, slow, and expansive? This is what is blocking prana from moving throughout your body. Your breath is a signal of how you are feeling, and when you breathe quick and shallow breaths, you are signaling to your body that you are in danger. Simply by breathing more deeply into your belly, you are calming down your nervous system and allowing more positive thoughts to come through. Transform your breath, and you will transform your life. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. And asana. Asana is a yoga pose. So asana is one of the 8 stages of yoga, and it is the physical practice to sit in stillness. It's time to take it to your mat. The mind has been in control for far too long, and it will never answer the questions of your soul's calling. To talk to the spirit, you must talk to its home, the body. The solutions are not outside of yourself. They're in this very temple you abide in. Through movement and breath, you create space between the inhales and the exhales and breath. Through the movement and breath, you create space between the inhales and exhales to discover your truth. The mind will tell you stories until the end of time. The body cannot. If it's been a while since you've done an asana, a yoga practice, consider this as a request from the spirit reminding you to come back home to yourself. I love that. That made me feel so calm. Wow. I want to choose one more of these. What is the deal with pile 1's health? Spirit, what else can we understand about pile 1's health? Is there anything else? Dhumavati. Oh my god. Look what page it's on. No joke. Wow. Goddess of disappointment and letting go. Letting go is not always a bad thing when you know it's making space for something better. Dhumavati is the pain and the struggle that makes you who you are. She is the phase right between enlightenment when you experience the void. She is your shadow self, the thing you didn't want to look at, even though it is a core part of who you are. She's moving past the illusion, Maya, looking life and death right in the eye, and seeing they are both sides of the same coin. Know that Dhumavati is guiding you through this difficult time, and your highest self awaits you on the other side. How crazy is that? Wow. Wow. Pile 1. Wow, pile 1. Are you suppressing the need, your body's need to let spirit in, to really experience yourself, to take care of yourself so that you can feel feel balanced and understand who you are. Are you accepting yourself for your light and your darkness, so that you can move past those things that feel dark and really, really envelop yourself into the light. Because if you're having any health issues, I'm not a doctor, and if you have health issues, you should go to a doctor. However, I will say that I believe that yoga and the chakra system and all of that is so very relevant. And if your energetic body is not clear for things to move, then those gears, they're stuck. It can't go anywhere. So you gotta clear that out. And I feel like I'm telling myself that too. It's time to clear some old out, because the new wants to come in. It wants to transform you. It wants you to purge. It wants you to embrace change, embrace truth, embrace it. And then last, I have meditations and affirmations. So let's get you one of these. They're double-sided, so really you get two. What could help pile one to here? Oop. Not all of those. We don't have time for that. Let's be right. One card, please. One card, please. Only one card, please. There is infinity in all directions, and I am at the center of it. In silence, I experience the source of infinity and eternity, asana, to sit in stillness. In silence, I experience the source of infinity and eternity. There is infinity in all directions, and I am in the middle of it. You're not at the bottom of the wheel or the top of the wheel. You are the wheel. You are the wheel. You're the whole wheel. That's what I say. You're not just the center either. You're the entire wheel. You. Alright guys, I hope that reading is helpful to you. And as always, if you want more, you can go to my blog again. If not, then I will see you next time. Bye. Hi, Pile 2. So if you chose this card and these rune stones, then this is your reading. So the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to take a look at your runestone meanings. So I have to look in this book because I actually don't know them by heart. So if you notice that my fingernails are different, I'm doing this reading pile 2 and pile 3 on a different day. Okay, so the first rune is actually like this. And it is called Pertho. It's a P, technically. And it says that it is a mystical rune whose meaning, according to the Old English rune poem, may be dice box or a chessman. The rune of mystery and chance, a time of spiritual evolution. Take chances and embrace the supernatural. This tends to be a rune for those who take interest in magic and the supernatural. And then the little R down here is called Rado. It's an R. And it translates to the act of writing, the rune of travel, activity, movement, and a time to be proactive in your life. You are the one in control and the one who leads your own existence. Use this rune to bring movement, physical or metaphysical, into your life, or use as a journey charm. Nice. Okay, so yeah, this reading is about what's the deal with your health. And so far what I'm getting is that you could have some type of interest, maybe conscious, maybe unconscious, of magic. Maybe you really like Harry Potter. It could be something like that. You may not realize how real magic is. And if you don't, and magic isn't necessarily witchcraft or Wicca. Magic is in everything and it's everywhere. So I don't personally deal with what we know as magic, but I am into metaphysics, like this book mentioned. And I'm going to leave it up to you to decide whether or not you want to look into metaphysics. But I highly recommend starting with hermetics and alchemy. And everything that we do really is alchemy as well. I mean, our body, all the processes that our bodies go through, since we're on the topic of health, is an alchemical process. So anytime anything is transformed from one thing to another, such as food, when we eat it and, when we digest it, that's an alchemical process. It is a chemical process. It is a, we want to call it all kinds of things. But when it comes to alchemy, anything that transforms or can be transformed, and everything can be transformed, is alchemical. So, I don't have the feeling that you're looking for the Philosopher's Stone or anything like that, and perhaps some of you are. But I'm also getting the feeling that some of you may be having crazy dreams. Some of you may be astral traveling and you may not realize it. You could have some unguarded or unwanted attention when astral traveling, if that makes sense. Let's go ahead and flip this card over and see what you've got. Okay, so you have the Two of Wands. So basically, wands are always about passion, they're always about drive, they're about action, they're about creativity. And the two is when something makes a union. We also have Aries here, and we have Mars. So this is a very physical person. It's a very physical time in your life, maybe. So you also got the R right here, which is movement, travel. So you could be, it could be possible that you're overworking. It could be possible that you're just, very tired, that your physical body feels a bit worn down, that, it could also be that you just need more rest right now. For some of you, it feels like you're in a state where you feel like all you can do is move, where it's like pertinent that you move, that you take action, that you do things. And for some of you, I'm feeling like you're feeling almost haggard, like you're just run down. and exhausted, even more than in a physical way. For some of you, I feel that astral traveling and lucid dreaming is a journey that you're on right now, and if it's not currently something that you're doing or something that you don't remember doing, I think a lot of you, if you are feeling very tired, you're feeling very tired because your soul is in need of that connection. And that's why for a lot of you, I'm seeing this too here, I think, is because, like I said, wands are about action, they're about passion, but like I also said, they're also about creativity. So when you combine the active body and the creative mind, you get this beautiful union here, right around the belly button, because, this is at the mid chakra, the third chakra, or the fourth chakra, the heart chakra. Everything below the heart chakra is action, it's physical, especially the red one. And then the orange one is creativity. Now, if we're talking about astral traveling, we're going to be looking at the top chakras. So the crown chakra, the third eye chakra. And so it meets right here in the middle, in the heart. This is kind of above the navel and below the heart. So there are many chakras. There's more than just 7. I don't remember exactly what that would be right there between the heart and the solar plexus. But anyway, I've got a lot coming to my mind right now, but I can't. Did you just recently leave something behind? Some type of emotional baggage? Because I'm also seeing, he's got this water in the background, which is emotion. And he's walking away from it, but he's looking back at it. And he's holding this thorny rose in one hand as well, on the same side. Like he's taking a piece with him. That's how it seems to me. But this person is on a journey of some kind. And it's a journey of fire, of the soul. That's how I feel. We've also got the earth here, so it's grounded in ways. But something about this is just, all this is just making me feel both excited and tired at the same time. Okay, so let's look at your crystals. So I'm gonna, like I said in the last file, I have to shuffle these upside down because they're so stiff. They won't go that way. Is the deal with pile 2's health? Can I have an understanding of what is going on with pile 2's health, please? What is going on with pile 2's health? What is going on with pile 2's? I feel like since it didn't fall. Oh, I wonder if that's the same one. Okay, so the first one that we got is the Kambaba Jasper. So number 42, which is a 6. The second one that you got is Brandenburg Amethyst, number 38. And then the third one is the Rainbow Mayanite or Mayanite. And that's number 22. So 6, 11, because 3 plus 8 is 11, simplifying. And then you don't simplify double digits, so 22 stays 22. 2, 42, 38, 1 plus 1 equals 2, 22. So are you also getting a lot of intuitive messages right now? Are you very connected to your mind's eye? Are you getting a lot of gut feelings? Are you following intuitively? Are you following your dreams and your passions again? Because like I said, I feel like you just left something behind, some type of emotional baggage, and now you might be tired, but you're still on some type of journey. And it feels to me that you're following your soul more than you did before. But what is the deal with your health? What is the deal with your health? So the first one that I got to is the Brandenburg Amethyst, so I'm going to read that one first. A master healer, the Brandenburg Amethyst holds the perfect blueprint of your soul and all that is. It heals physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, karmic, planetary, and ancestral auric layers, and imprints the most perfect energetic pattern possible. You are a being of pure consciousness and are wonderful just the way that you are. Embrace the clarity of your core being. Let go of mental constructs, karmic imprints, soul imperatives, and relationships that no longer serve you. Heal the past. Reframe previous choices that you have made in your life and take a new pathway. Wow. And step into your soul purpose and expand higher dimensions of your soul. You are perfect exactly the way that you are in this present moment. Step onto your soul path and seed your future with potential. Self-discipline and clear focus bring your dreams to fruition. Aim for the highest. You are perfect exactly the way that you are. It says that the soul path of this is seeing the perfection in each moment. Wow, okay. So I just want to iterate. Clarity, so intuition. It says relationships that no longer serve you, healing the past. That's what I was saying. Reframe previous choices that have made your life harder. Take a new pathway. So I just said you just left something behind. Step onto your soul path. So, again, he's going in one direction, but he's looking back at this emotional baggage, at this thorny rose, He's taking a piece of it with him. Self-discipline and clear focus bring your dreams. I've mentioned dreams a lot. Aim high. So, yeah, taking action but feeling tired. So, perhaps there's nothing wrong with you at all. Maybe it's just in your head. But let's keep going to be sure. Kambaba Jasper attunes your personal biorhythms to the natural cycles of the planet. This crystal also facilitates deep clearing of your karmic body and the ancestral line. When you live in your head, rather than the physical world, your cellular structure becomes unstable and your metabolism is thrown off balance. You may not be assimilating oxygen or nutrients such as minerals and vitamins. Remember that ideas are nutrients too. Disruption of your autonomic nervous and immune systems may be caused by ancient traumas and family dramas. Sorry. Getting in touch with the ancestors and understanding the processes of creation, wands are creation, help you recognize the value of recycling the past to create a more potent future. Check out what has passed down the ancestral line and utilize homeopathic healing for miasms. Miasms? such as tuberculosis. Do you have a disease that runs in your family is basically what it's saying. By changing how you view things, you dramatically improve your well-being. So this chakra is at the base and the heart, and its soul path is reconnecting the ancient wisdom and the roots of the being. Okay, so looking back at old trauma. So it could be that you are, in a state where you're feeling tired, and but you feel amped up and ready, like you're on this journey. But you just feel so tired, and maybe you're getting enough sleep, and maybe you can't figure out why. And I think what this is trying to say is that, if it is the case that maybe you didn't just previously leave some kind of trauma behind or something, you're feeling this way because of something genetically, and it's trying to give you hope and tell you that you can break it. You can break the cycle. It's in your power. Reconnecting to ancient wisdom and the roots of being. So we're at a crossroad here with this too. So reconnecting to the past, and lining it up with your physical body and alchemizing. See, remember, that's alchemy. When you can transform something, that's magic. It's alchemy. And I think this is what it's trying to say. That's what these runes were trying to say. You're on a journey to break a cycle and heal. And then the last one that you have is the rainbow Mionite, also called the Rainbow Bridge. The iridescent rainbow Mionite bridges this world and the rest of creation. It heals unconditionally and assists the shift to a new level of consciousness. You are a leader. When you raise your vibrations, the whole benefits. De-energize old patterns. Release karmic incrustations and toxic dross from your etheric body. This crystal will assist in this. Go within to find your rainbow treasure house. Raise your consciousness to build new, supportive structures at every level. Recognize how your soul is maneuvering you onto your true pathway. Apparently, detrimental situations offer soul gifts. Re-examine projects and let go of those that are not for your highest good or that of others. You see things from both sides. Always speak true no matter what the cost, but be tactful. You have natural healing abilities. Focus it wisely. Letting go attunes you to a realm of infinite possibility. So this is about recalibrating to optimum function. It's also about being a rainbow bridge between worlds. So another crossroad between the physical and the spirit, the wand. Beautiful. Alright, the next thing that we're going to do, guys, is we are going to pull 2 or 3 of these yogic path cards. What is the deal with pile 2's health? What is the deal? Spirit guides, higher selves, angels, whoever, ancestors. For pile 2, what is the deal with their health? What is the deal with their health? These cards are so big. With their health. Krishna. What is it to pile 2's health? Wow, Atman. That's 2 deities right off the bat. anything else? Pile 2's health. Let's deal with pile 2's health last time. Deal with pile 2's. Whoops. Nope. Alright. So, they said I don't get any more. I said 2 or 3, and I was given 2. Alright, so the first one that you got is Krishna. Beautiful. So yeah, so with this deck here, there are, so you got cards of spirituality, and then we have the cards of the Ayurveda, the chakras, yoga, and then we have deities. So it's definitely more than just deities, but you got 2 deities. You got oh wait, I'm sorry, Atman is not a deity. I thought Atman was, but I was incorrect. I guess I kind of, but also Buddha is not a deity either. But Krishna definitely is. So, and by the way, so this is on page 24, 42, 24. Yeah. Okay. So let's go to Krishna. I just turned to it first. Flip. Wow. Okay. Krishna. God of compassion and love. What does it feel like to be totally enamored, raptured, and captivated with love for the divine? This is the essence of Krishna. You have entered a time where you have realized love is something so much greater than passion between 2 people. Instead, it is the origin of all life, where everything blossoms. You have trusted in the greater forces of the universe, and in return it supports you with its all-encompassing arms, embracing you like stars in the sky. Continue trusting that the divine is omnipresent and that you are not only a part of the universe, but the entire universe exists inside of you. Krishna also reminds you that play is a form of prayer. Or you could have this meaning instead. Have you lost your trust in the divine? Do you feel like you walk alone on this path? How far you have separated from the divinity that exists inside of you? There is no part of you that is separate from the divine. Your sex, your body, even your shadows, all of it is holy and worthy of being embraced. You are a divine being placed on this planet for a specific reason, to follow your dharma, your life path. There it is again. The path is winding and has many chapters, all of which are important. Acknowledge the chapter you are in and the lessons it is teaching you. Focus your attention on where you want to go, and don't forget to laugh and play along the way. Wow, beautiful. And then Atman, infinite aspect of the soul. Blessed soul. You have now begun to see glimpses of the divinity that exists within you, and there's so much more to experience. You are filled with limitless potential and have realized that the only obstacles that exist are within the mind. You have reached a deeper connection to your highest self, the immortal aspect of your existence, the very seed of your soul, Atman. Your meditation has unveiled hidden depths to your true being and allowed you to experience the vastness that exists inside of you. You have become aware that you are a microcosm of the greater macrocosm, a reflection of the universe. Now bring this expansiveness into the everyday and watch your life unfold. Perhaps you are experiencing the pains of early life. Stress, fear, trauma, jealousy, anger. You've gotten caught up in the day-to-day and lost touch with your greater connection to the universe. Have you forgotten that you are a child of the stars? Spend some time underneath the universe's curtain late at night and reconnect with the lost fragments of your soul. You are stardust, shaped as a human, and filled with all the wonders of the cosmos. Open your eyes to the magic that exists around you and within you. Beautiful. Really, these are the same colors. Got a lot of blue, some orange. So again, creativity, that's the orange chakra, right around, like right above your hip bones, I would say. I also noticed that since I've been reading this, my throat has felt tight, or like it's almost achy. It's weird because it's not like a sore throat. It's like my throat is like I'm having to really force out my voice. Like I'm having a hard time forcing the air up or something. I don't know. It's like just feeling kind of restricted. It's odd. So the blue is the throat chakra, and I just kind of connected that, and I was like, why am I struggling to like talk right now? Like it's hurting, kind of hurting my throat to talk, not inside of my throat, but kind of outside, if that makes sense. Like not in my throat, but like in my, I don't know what that's called. Like if you put your hand where I don't have an Adam's apple, but if I did, it's like right around there. And it just feels very tight or something. I'm not sure. It's weird. So I don't know if you've been dealing with anything like that. Maybe you have some, I just got the word laryngitis. I can't remember what that is. What is laryngitis? Is that when you have to get your tonsils removed? Are you dealing with some, or no, that's tonsillitis. So what's laryngitis? I have to look it up. Inflammation of the larynx. Symptoms often include a hoarse voice, a fever, cough, pain in the front of the neck, literally exactly what I was talking about, and trouble swallowing. And I promise I had no idea that it meant this. When I said laryngitis, I did not know it was going to be what I just explained I was feeling. So that's weird because I have not felt this at all until I started doing this reading. I've also been like clearing my throat a lot. It's strange. So I don't know if you've been dealing with any of that. If you have, I'm not a doctor, and I can't diagnose you or, if you're sick, obviously you should always go see a doctor. I don't know if you're having issues with, if you're a woman, if you're like having issues with your menstrual cycle, if you're like off balance, because now I'm seeing like hormones as well. And what I'm seeing is it's actually anxiety and stress induced is the message that I'm getting right now. So if you've been worried about anything like that, that is what's coming to my mind. If you are feeling blocked creatively, like if you are, if you're like a writer or an artist or a musician and you're feeling kind of blocked right now, I'm feeling that what I'm getting is that it is also to do with the orange chakra, which would be where the menstrual cycle and the hormones and stuff would be related to that. Sorry, sometimes when I get these messages, it's like they don't come in words. Sometimes they do, but most of the time it's like in pictures or symbols. And so I'm having to translate it into words. So yeah, if you have any sort of block or anything, or you feel like, you need to be doing something, but you can't, or you don't know how, you don't know where to start, I think that it is because you are very much in the mental recently, or presently, and I do feel like getting out of your head, meditating more, getting out in nature would really be beneficial to you. If if you are having problems with the voice, with your throat, if you're having trouble speaking, I think what's being asked of you is to sit in silence, to sit still and alone and listen. Not that you need to stop talking. And like I said, if there's any issues that you're having, you should always go see a doctor. But I believe that when we have a physical problem, it is actually coming from a place of emotion, pain, trauma, anxiety, stress, and from the unconscious mind or even the spirit body. It's a little bit more complicated than that, I do think. But by the time it gets to your physical body, it is much more difficult to revert it. So I think that sitting in silence and just listening, just waiting for messages to come into you would be very helpful. Without judgment, without fear, without preconceived notions and ideas, just with an open mind and open heart, just wait and just see what comes to you, because I really feel like that might help you. Sit and pretend that you are the only thing that exists, because you are, and see what comes to mind. And that's all I'll say. And then last, we are going to take a look at the beautiful meditations and affirmations card. So can I please have one card? Okay, thank you. We've got, you were made for immortality. You're not dying, silly. You were made for immortality. I will write down 5 things I want my life to be remembered for. 5 things. And I'm feeling like there is one more message for you. So I'm going to ask for another card for pile 2, please. Get one more card for pile 2, please. Get one more card for pile 2, please. Okay. I am spontaneous and playful. Embrace a life of epiphany and emotional exploration. So know that time is not linear. Everything that you ever were is everything that you are, and everything that you ever will be is everything that you are. And when things hurt, it's okay. It's okay to allow it to hurt. It's not helpful, though, to hold on to the hurts forever. It's good to explore new ones. And it's okay when new hurts come. You know, we get through struggles in our lives and then we think we'll never go through that again. We may not. We might go through something harder. We may never go through anything that hard again. But as long as you're always willing to invite in the journey and explore it and accept it and embrace it, everything will always be okay. Because it's just you getting to know yourself is all. Alright, guys. That is all I've got for you today. And I will see you next time. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. So if you chose this card and these rune stones, then this reading is for you. So this is the first rune I have for you. It's like a little arrow. And then the second one kind of looks like an F. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to look up the meanings of these runes because I actually don't know them by heart. So the little F is Ansuz. It's also an A. It's a word for a member of the Aesir, the family of Norse gods. The Old English rune poem translates this word to mouth, the rune of messages and communication. Insight, clarity, and answers are available to you. This is a rune useful for communication, teaching, studying, writing, and speaking. And then the other one that you've got is Tewaz, T. So together you have at. This rune is named after Tyr, a god of war before Odin. Divination. The rune of the warrior, victory, success, and willingness for self-sacrifice. Have courage in your own abilities. Be diplomatic in all matters, including those matters that battle in your mind. This rune may have been used as a victory charm and was found on many weapons. Used for courage, justice, strength, and feeling like a warrior. Okay. Messages, warriorship, communication, teaching, studying, courage, justice. I don't know if you're having issues with anyone in your life right now. Because I got, when I thought about it, you've got mouth or communication, and I also saw family on there, but the other one was being a warrior or courage. So it could be that you're having conflicts, engagements by word of mouth, yelling, fighting, arguing, bad-mouthing, bullying. It could be that you're going through something like that, or it could be that you are talking badly to yourself. It could be mental. It could be that you're just being negative to yourself. I'm not sure yet. I don't have enough insight, but let's go ahead and flip the card over. So your tarot card is the Lovers. Okay. So you could be quarreling with a lover, or you could be embracing your shadow self. So this is a major arcana card. It's also a 6, which is the number of family and home. Nothing is really standing out to me yet. That's all the messages I have for you so far. So let's go ahead and go a bit deeper. This is the Gemini card, by the way. A lot of times this card is very indecisive, or it's like weighing something up, or it's reflecting, or it's balanced. It can also show imbalance, or a pair of some kind. Let's look at your crystals. So these cards are so stiff that I have to shuffle them upside down, just so you know. So if it looks funny, that's why. So we're going to pull 3 crystal cards out for you. Spirit, can I get some insight into what's the deal with Pile 3's health? Oh, crap. Let's try that again. See, these are so stiff. One more time. so the first one, peridot, trigonic quartz, in Shiva Lingam. Ooh, I really like that one. I don't know if that's peridot or perido. I really like that color. Okay, so we've got 14, 5, 23, 5, 32, 5. There's the synchronicity for you. So peridot is about emotional cleansing. Peridot frees the mind from unwelcome, envious thoughts and night terrors. It is transmutative and purifying. You are deeply emotional and may be possessively cling to the past or beat yourself up over mistakes. By nature jealous, you have dark thoughts. Detoxify your emotions. Learn to forgive and let go. Follow your own life plan without judging yourself or being envious of others. You have the power to go through fiery transmutation and emerge transformed. Use energy wisely. Recognize how outside influences operate in your life. Develop your own protection. Learn to rely on your own inner guidance. Peridot indicates farewells and disappointments in love. Avoid jealousy. Be assertive without aggression. You have a powerful destiny and great integrity. Money can be earned from your talents. Envy and jealousy harm you as well as hurting others. So this is about emotional purification. What I'm getting right now is that it's like green with envy. Acid reflux. That's what's coming to mind right now. Acid reflux. There's too much acid, bile in your body. It's the first thing that came to mind. And from an emotional standpoint, this is happening in your physical body because you need to transmute this shadow part of yourself where you are prone to jealousy and holding I'm seeing that you're prone to lashing out rather than speaking your emotional truth. Instead of being honest with someone, what I'm seeing is that you don't want to be vulnerable, you want to protect yourself, and so instead you lash out and you point fingers, possibly, and accuse others of things and play the victim, possibly, or sometimes you feel like you confidently know someone is up to something or out to get you, and the truth is that you're paranoid, maybe, out of fear because you want to protect yourself from hurt when there may actually be no danger. But this is literally making you sick. It's like a fire burning inside of you, but it needs to be washed away. And the only way that can happen is if you shed it and talk about it with courage. Yeah. And by the way, when this kind of stuff comes up, please understand that I have no judgment because I've most likely went through a phase or something similar to it as well, where I'm guilty, so I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to help you. And when I help you, it helps myself, and I can only help you, based on my own experience and understanding. So understand that this comes from a place of love and an open space. So I'm only saying that because I know that when I personally have been in this state of mind, I was very defensive and not very receptive and not willing to listen to anyone else or allow myself to be vulnerable at all. So I just want you to understand that this is a safe place, and that, you know, this is only coming from love, and if I'm wrong, you know, that's fine. That's all I'm going to say. If it resonates, keep it. If it doesn't, move on. And if it resonates and you don't admit that it resonates, you'll think about it again later. You'll question yourself. Okay, so Trigonic quartz, the soul's code. Trigonics holds the secrets of the universe and rapidly expands your awareness of multi-dimensions. Trigonics are cosmic coding for the soul. You are an eternal spirit on a human journey. As a result, you may feel that Earth is not your true home. But remember that you are here for a purpose. Expand your awareness, restructuring your physical and subtle bodies, beliefs, and realities. Birth your soul fully on Earth if you feel alienated. Meditation triggers your soul's full potential and purpose. In reintegrating fragments of your soul, you bring about wholeness. Recognize the multidimensional breadth of your own soul. Remain honest to achieve success. Reach beyond apparent reality and karma. Let go of conflict. Renegotiate soul contracts. Heal soul trauma and your etheric blueprint. Expel toxins from the physical and subtle bodies to download higher frequency, spiritual energies, and integrate the light body. Your soul provides everything you need for well-being. Sorry, I'm just going through this again. The biggest thing that I took from that is let go of conflicts. Renegotiate soul contracts. Heal soul trauma. Expel toxins from the physical and subtle bodies. Toxins, bile. I don't know why I keep getting bile. It's a word that keeps coming up, bile. Is someone struggling with bulimia? Are you seeing yourself properly? Are you very insecure about your physical body? Is your physical body more important to you right now than your health? Shiva Lingam, alchemical union. A union. A Shiva Lingam embodies the wisdom of the deities brought to earth. It symbolizes uniting dualities and manifesting the creative force. Be compassionate with yourself to heal. You have masculine and feminine and other dualities within your being. Integrate these to release your creative power. A Shiva Lingam is produced from the tumbling waters. Water is emotion. Life shapes you in the same way, so go with the flow. Soul scouring reveals your divine core. If you are hurt or abused, be compassionate with yourself to create healing on all levels. Go back to basics and put passion back into your life. Honor your libido and creative fire. Create balance. Expect a new relationship or revitalize an old one. Practice sexual magic. Cut ties where appropriate. Remember, you create through the power of thought. Everything passes. In a turbulent time, unexpected benefits emerge. True relationship transcends earthly experience and is rooted in soul unification and unconditional love. Tantric union of opposites. Wow. You could be also suppressing the Kundalini energy that so badly wants to move through you. Bile. Why does that keep coming up? That word just won't leave my mind. Bile. Why? It's so weird. I want to look to see if it has like more meaning to it than just like vomit. Bile or gall is a dark green to yellowish brown fluid produced by the liver of most vertebrates that aids the digestion of lipids in the small intestine. In humans, bile is produced continuously by the liver and stored and concentrated in the gallbladder. After eating, this stored bile is discharged into the duodenum. The composition of hepatic bile is percent water. Is percent water? What percent water? The two main pigments of the bile are bilirubin, which is yellow, and it's oxidized from bile. It actually has many different meanings. It's kind of a double meaning. Because when I saw this, I didn't initially, I'm not sure, I don't remember what order it actually came, but I do know that instead of seeing, the green heart chakra, I saw green with envy. And then right after that, I think it was bile. And so upon looking up the meaning of bile, what I got is that bile is a bitter, alkaline, brownish yellow or greenish yellow fluid that is secreted by the liver, stored in the gallbladder, and discharged in the duodenum, and aids in the digestion and absorption of fats. It also means bitterness of temper, ill humor. It means irritability and peevishness. So, a bitter alkaline greenish fluid produced by the liver and discharged into the small intestine, where it helps to digest fats and neutralize acids. A portion of the bile secreted by the liver is stored in the gallbladder. It also says bitterness, anger, hostility, resentment, animosity, venom, irritability, the spleen, acrimony, pique, nastiness, rancor, ill humor, peevishness, dealing with weight issues. If it's having too much weight, or that you feel that you're overweight, it is the bile in your body. If it is something like bulimia, it is actually the bile in your body that helps to digest fats. So not having enough of that is making you, or could make you, malnutritious. It could mean that you can't properly break down the fats in your body. So instead of losing healthy weight, you are going to end up losing your muscle, because your body's going to have to waste it to keep you alive, basically. It's going to burn that energy to keep you safe, because that's what the body does. It does everything that it can to keep you safe. It's a very intelligent system. And you're not doing it any favors if that's what you're doing. I think that if this is you going through something like this, you really need to stop and take a good, hard look, a good, courageous look at what's going on here. Because it's not worth it. It's not worth it, I feel like there's a lot of people who do care about you, and maybe you're not seeing it because you're only seeing your flaws and insecurities. And it's really a shame. It's really a shame. It's better to be alive and not look the way that you want to than be dead and or dying and doing it to yourself and letting all the people that love you watch you do it to yourself. And then as they try to help, be smug and irritable and, you gotta look. You gotta really look at it. Because it's just eating you up inside, And I know it's a place of pain and fear. I know. Because I've been there. Maybe not like this, but, I've been there. And I know exactly what it comes from. And you're not alone. You're never alone. Not really. Alright. Let's take a look at the yogic path cards. Let's get some more clarity on your health. What is going on with pile 3's health? 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 Do we have any other cards for pile 3? Do we have any more messages for pile 3? Okay, looks like it's just those two. So the first one that you got is Asana, and the second one is Hanuman. So take note, double, toil and trouble. No, I'm just kidding. So, yeah, got a lot of pairs. Appearing here, sun and the moon, dark and the light, which is the sun and the moon, basically. Okay. Asana. 8 stages of yoga, physical practice to sit in stillness. It's time to take it to your mat. The mind has been in control for far too long, and it will never answer the questions of your soul's calling. To talk to the spirit, you must talk to its home, the body. The solutions are not outside of yourself. They're in this very temple you abide in. Through movement and breath, you create space between the inhales and exhales to discover your truth. The mind will tell you stories until the end of time. The body cannot. If it's been a while since you've done an asana, a yoga practice, consider this is a request from the spirit reminding you to come back home to yourself. Oof. Hanuman is the god of courage, no joke. Are you in control of your thoughts? Or are your thoughts in control of you? Your mind is wandering like a wild monkey. When you don't actively train it through meditation, you lose control over it. You are jumping from one thought to the next and often lose yourself in worry and stress. Before you begin your day and pick up technology, find your breath. Notice the movement of your thoughts and slowly tame them. You will soon begin to notice which thoughts are yours and which are from outside forces such as societal and parental conditioning. When you tame the mind, you are reminded of the truth, that you are the divine, and the answers you seek already exist inside of you, waiting for you to remember. Hanuman, how do you look upon me? Hanuman answers, when I believe I am the body, then I am your faithful servant. When I know I am the soul, I know myself to be a spark of your eternal light. And when I have the vision of truth, you and I, my Lord, are one and the same. You are more than your physical body, your ego self, your personality, and your soul. The truth is that you are the divine, as well as all of us, split from the same source. Practice meditative states that remind you of this universal truth. Om Namo Hanumat Namaha. Om Namo Hanumat Namaha. The God of courage. You need courage. Let go of this fear and this insecurity and this doubt and this stress. And just listen. Come back home. Alright. I have one more card for you. And this is a beautiful meditation and affirmation card. And I was only going to pick one, but however many cards want to fall out, I will read those to you as well. So what messages do we have for pile 3? What messages do we have for pile 3? Do we have any more messages for pile 3? Let's give it one more shuffle. Okay. So the first thing that you got is your body has an amazing capacity to correct itself. Your body has an amazing capacity to correct itself. Here's your affirmation. I am at home in my body. It is my haven and my comfort. Wow. None of the other piles got anything about their physical body. You're the first. And then your other card says, you were made for awareness. You were made for awareness. Here's your other affirmation. I will spend 10 minutes observing instead of speaking. I will sit quietly by myself and sense how my body feels. Also notice that you have a lot of yellow, 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 yellow. Most of these cards are not yellow. You know, there's some right here, but really they're not. And none of these are either. So basically what I'm trying to say is that you've got a theme here. Sorry, I lost one of my cards. Oh no, there it is. And I think that the theme is that this feeling that you're having is coming from your ego. It's coming from the solar plexus chakra. And guess what is behind the solar plexus chakra? Your stomach. Your stomach is. And so if you're dealing with issues around your digestive system, especially with too much acid, too much fire, this could mean that the way that you're basically what I'm trying to say is there's too much ego right now. You're living through your ego currently, and you have a lot of spirit inside of you. You have a lot of potential. As bad as you may feel right now, the potential of goodness is just as good as the bad. If you are that doubtful and that insecure in yourself, know that as bad as you see yourself, you can be just as great physically as well. But it doesn't matter, because no matter how good you look, will never be good enough if you're living through your ego. You will always be uncomfortable within yourself if you're living through your ego. You've got to try to learn to love yourself. And by loving yourself, you have to appreciate yourself, and you have to forgive yourself, and you have to let go of fear and be present in the moment. You know, gratefulness and knowing what's important. You know, the whole world won't reject you. The whole world won't abandon you. The whole world won't cheat on you. It won't stab you in the back. Especially if you have yourself in this like attitude, like, I don't need no man. You know what? I don't know if that's something that you say. I'm not saying that because I think that you do say that. I'm saying that because I think that a lot of women are, you know, they get this idea of like, I don't need no man kind of thing. But they're not saying it from a place of, I am comfortable in myself and I'm confident in who I am and I'm successful, and I don't see it as necessarily coming from a place like that. I see it sometimes as like, men suck. All men suck. And because men have hurt me, I'm going to, out of my ego, show them that I'm hot, I'm sexy, I'm successful, and I'm gonna like rub it in their face. You know, and maybe that's not the case for all of them. I don't think that that's the case for all of them. Maybe that's not what some people mean by it, but that's kind of how it's came across to me, and I don't think that the attitude is necessarily portraying confidence in oneself. If anything, it's portraying the opposite, because if a person is confident in themselves, truly confident, they're not in their ego. They don't need to blast it. They don't need to share it. They don't need to let everyone know it. If they know it, then they're secure in that. They're not jealous. They don't need the validation. They don't need anyone else to even notice at all, you know? They're just good with who they are. And that feels so good. And it doesn't matter how you look if you're confident and you know who you are and you can rely on yourself, and because you feel good about yourself, you respect yourself, you love yourself. That's really all that you need, and I think that really nothing can be healthy at all if you can't start there, because that is the basis for everything. If your mind is not healthy, if you're not feeling good about it with the thing that you're always inside of, then nothing can really be good, can it? And it all starts with a thought. So every time you have one of those bad thoughts about your body, first of all, stop looking in the mirror and looking for flaws, because if you're looking for flaws, you will find them. And if you must look in the mirror, start looking for the things that you love about yourself. Start looking for the things that you appreciate. For a while, just put off looking at the things that you don't like. Stop staring at it. Stop it. You're not doing yourself any favor. It's not going to change by staring at it. As soon as those ugly thoughts come up, redirect them. Make them go somewhere else. Say, thank you, nope, not today. And every time it comes up again, do the same thing. Thank you, nope, not today. Nope, 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 nope. And eventually, when you have redirected that thought and you've put another thought in that thought's place, then you will create a new pattern. And if you keep doing that, then eventually your whole state of mind will be much healthier. I promise you. So again, you are made for awareness. And your body has an amazing capacity to heal itself. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Make sure you know it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Know that. Alright, guys. So I hope you enjoyed that reading, and I will see you next time.